pretty good. This is what God says for you. Challenges are coming up for you in the next 90 days. Between now and the next 90 days, you're going to be going through some ins and outs, ups and downs. And God says that decision-making time is here. And make decisions and stick with it. Don't go back on your decision. God says that for He will honor your decision. I also hear God saying that you're going to get a little more meaner than what you are. Not saying you're mean, but you got to stand your ground. You got to try to say you're mean. You got to stand your ground. You got to stand your ground. But God says that you already got a made-up mind about some things. And you're just going to go through with it. And it is what it is. They're going to talk about you no matter what. Thus says God. Now, also, I hear God saying that the next round, you know, if your friends, you know, your husband so chooses, God says that He might not heal it. You know, He's had 2 terms, and God says it's time for him to give it up totally to what God wants. But God says that I may make it where he hates what he drinks. I hate it. I can't do it. You know what I mean? God says that I don't want you to regret anything. Everything has a reason. Thus says God. I also see that some kind of money is coming to your door. I don't know if it's a cashier's check or some type of check is coming for you. God says it's going to be $3,000 and something dollars. $3,000 something dollars coming to your door. I'm trying to see all the other numbers. I only see $3,000 something dollars coming to your door. Thus says God. I'm sure you know what to do with it.
I know this is where it come from. What you see it in.
Yeah, that's what God says. Other than that, all is well. Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey.
Did you get that pretty new car?
No, that car ain't pretty. That's just a man you got.
It is what it is.
I need them car bad.
We're going to take you down to CarMax.
I went down there.
Went down there. Hey, CarMax. Okay. It's what God says for you. You're going to be surrounded by some people that's not going to like you. God says that I need you to hold your tongue. Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
God said, hold your tongue, for He said, revenge is mine. Thus said the Lord. You know, they kind of want to say that you're incompetent. I guess you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They think they can't try to say you don't have it all.
They don't say it.
You know what they're trying to say. So, but you and I both know that you have it all. Yeah, you just open, you know. You just open. And there are some people that don't like people that are open. I know people that don't like people who smile too much. They smile, they do a laugh, they smile. Well, you won't be coming around me because that's all I do. I don't have people call me and say, you know, how's your day? Every day the same for me. Because I don't perceive a bad day. There are days that just don't go the way I want it, but I don't have to scream and yell and get my blood pressure up because things don't go my way and because people don't do and act the way I want them to. I was at the post office the other day. The guy pulled in, blocked me in while he sent his son into the post office to check the mail. I'm blocked in, I can't get out. He sees my brake light on. I'm looking back, he's like, whatever. You know, he's like, I ain't moving. You better wait till my son get out, which, you know, I didn't get upset. I said, okay, I just put it in park, why don't you move? But if you're still here in 5 minutes, I'm gonna call 911. You know what I mean? So I could have got upset, but I didn't. I mean, for what? So we gotta learn how to control ourselves. You know, the enemy throw things at you. And now God says for you, you're gonna have some throat issues. Okay? That's what God says. Also, I want you to watch out for someone deceiving you. I want you to watch out for it. And they're not gonna be able to get away with it long. You're gonna catch it. You know, you watch everything anyway. And you're pretty nosy.
You sure right.
Oh, dude.
What you say? What you do? I ain't never seen them socks from. Where them socks come from? I ain't never seen them shoes. Who get them shoes from? Now, you know, if somebody go to washing clothes and mess around there and the underwear in his back pocket. And they pink. Them ain't mine. Look, and they're small. Them ain't mine. Oh, don't know how they got there. But anyway, God says that be calm, be cool, be patient. I also see that you're going to be playing something like bingo or gambling. Do you gamble?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, God says you're going to have a winning streak. You want a winning streak?
Oh, yeah. I gotta get that car.
Must be a lot of gambling going on.
It'll take a little bit.
You know, I see a winning streak coming for you in that area. Thus says God. I also hear God saying that watch your diabetes. I don't know if you have it or not, but watch it because He wants to touch you with it. So if you start feeling fatigued, like, you know, weak, tired, you dizzy, you might want to get your sugar checked. Thus says God. Thank you. Charlie gambler. Yeah. You gonna blow it? Listen, here we go. Gambling playing James Brown. Oh, we done, Mr. Brown.
Good God.
Good God. Y'all see that new James Brown movie coming out? Y'all see the premiere?
Yes.
Yeah, James Brown. Get on
See
up.
it.
I saw that guy on YouTube, James Brown from the 60s. And he was moving like, you know what? His feet was quicker than Michael Jackson.
Sure was.
Brian got a damn mic if he had, put something together.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson put something together. Then I saw Michael Jackson trying to imitate James Brown. He couldn't do it. He was slower than Brown. Brown moved on feet like a, he moved on feet. I'm saying to myself, he don't know what he doing.
Nope.
He just like, he moved that feet, boy, he's shaking on the house. I said, James Brown retarded. James Brown was not a smart man.
God.
He was not. He was a lucky star. And Brown, I saw him in an interview once on YouTube, and the woman asked Brown, said, what inspired you to be a singer? He said, well, I could have been a professional baseball player or a boxer, but I chose this because I'd be around longer. He was lying. Brown was in jail from a boy. Well, he went no school. Yeah, he could have been a boxer. He probably fighting all the time in the streets. But he was really a lucky star. But it lasted a long time. But
Good girl.
Brown said, all I did in this country, you put me in jail. Brown, you run the woman over. But anyway, I think it should be a good movie. Good God.
Good God.
August the 1st.
Yeah, boy, Lord have mercy. Now, who are you? Just kidding. What's your name? Natasha. I know who you are. That's your sister, and your mama named Frida. Yeah, I got you then. I caught you. Now, this is what God says for you. I see a career change coming for you. Don't know if you're thinking about it or not, but definitely it's a promotion. Also, I see more schooling coming for you. Are you in school now? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. You're gonna do great things in school. You're actually gonna go farther than you know. You're gonna develop a great peace, and you're gonna go far, far, far in school. And that's going to allow you to have a great, great income, thus says God. Now, later on, God says that you're going to be buying real estate, some property, some houses that you're going to be leasing out, and you're going to have quite success in that area. You're going to be able to get a hold to some money that's going to help you greatly. You're going to retire early, God says. You won't do your schooling profession for all your days. You're going to do some business stuff, God says, after you get out of education. But the education is going to prepare you for the next level when you go on with real estate. Real estate is really, really a big thing for you. I mean, you're going to start dabbing in the next 3 years. It's going to just shoot and just open up for you, God says. Now, also, I hear God saying that if you decide to get married, are you married now? Yes, no? Do you want a husband? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're a woman, you need one. Do you have any children?
I do.
Okay. Now, God says that a man's going to come into your life that you're going to find so attractive to you. And he's going to be very attracted to you, and y'all going to do some things together. Thus says God. But then again, God says, and remember, he's just a man. You know, he's just a man. He's going to have some faults, but you're going to overlook him. He's going to be the love of your life, and when you encounter this man, you will never, ever let him go. I mean, he's going to love you. He ain't going to be able to walk away from you either. Thus says God. He's going to be an educated man as well. Well, like I said, he's going to have some faults that you're going to overlook. Thus says the Lord. Now, I also see that you're going to be going to court about something. I don't know what it is. Maybe you don't know right now. But God told me to tell you, watch your actions and watch your words. You got to watch them. If not, you're going to find yourself in a little trouble, which you'll get out of. It'll be something minor, but it's just going to be kind of tarnishing to the reputation. You know what I mean? You know, somebody tarnish your reputation. A lot of people take their reputation very seriously. You know what I mean? You know, reputation is pretty much everything. You know, people can come in and say, oh, you know, I know so-and-so, you know, he or she did that. And people believe that stuff, you know. They believe it. And sometimes people don't know why you had to do things. Oh, it could not have been you. It could have been a setup or anything. You did the wrong place, wrong time. But they never forget the bad. They count it against you. I mean, when you think about on the Schwarzenegger, what do you think about? Yeah, he impregnated the maid. You know, that's all you think about. But what about all the good stuff he did? You know what I mean? So, I ain't gonna say that. Just you know. Yeah, good God.
Good God.
Now, God said that watch your health. I see that you're gonna start doing like an exercise program. You're gonna be walking a lot, God says. You're gonna lose a lot of weight, whole bunch of. You're gonna be looking like 16. You'll see. You watch what happens because your mind is gonna click. Watch what happens. You're gonna be a whole new person. And they're gonna be like, oh gosh, she lost all that weight. But it's gonna click right here because you're gonna visualize yourself looking a certain way. See, in order to lose weight, man, you got to visualize what you want to look like and let nothing stop you from getting to that point. I've seen people buy jeans and shirts smaller than what they were and say, that's my goal, them jeans and t-shirt. That when I get in that, then I'm happy. So a lot of people do it, you know what I mean? So it's like, I gotta get that. And so your body will do what your mind tell it. Because your mind already telling your body to eat. So you tell your mind, no, you gonna go down to this. This is what you gonna look like again. See, it's really a mind thing, you know. We all know it, but do we abide by it? It hurts to lose weight. It's a hurting thing. I mean, it's suffering. But when you put it right here, you tell it, no. Because think about it. Somebody put you in jail and gave you a sandwich a day. What could you do? And water. Nothing to shrink up. Take the sandwich a day and shrink up. But you ain't gonna feel no hunger pain because you been trying to get me out of here. By the time you walk out, you done shrunk up like a shrimp, you know, and you just happy to get out of here. You lost some other weight. Whatever. I wasn't even hungry in there. Get locked up. You don't be hungry. I know I've been there. I ain't want that, man. But God says, great success is coming to your door. You were born for success. You were really, really born for it. And you're going to share the wealth. Great things are coming. Big houses are coming for you. You're going to do a lot of traveling too. You going places. You are going places. You're going to meet people. They're going to like you. They're going to love you. Okay? God bless. Thank you. Don't forget to share some of that wealth over this way now. Bring it over. What's your name, buddy?
Shamar.
Shamar. How old are you, Shamar?
12.
12. I bet you grown already, ain't you? Is he grown already?
Hey, wait.
You know, Shamar, God's going to take you to another place. You're going to be leaving here, God says. I have another place prepared for you where you're going to be able to find more peace in this place where God's going to send you. You're probably going to be about 21, 22. God's going to send you to a new place, thus says God. You know, I also see that you're going to be meeting new and interesting friends that's going to encourage you to do certain things that's going to allow you to be successful in certain things that you didn't even think about. Now, when he get older, he's going to start writing a lot. He want to write books. He's going to write. Then all of a sudden, you done wrote so much. Now you're selling books. You're doing different things. God says when you get 21, he's going to want to prove something to the world that he going to want the world to know his name. You're going to want the world to know your name. You know, a lot of famous people, before they get famous, they have it in their head, I want to be famous. I want people to know who I am. I want people to know who I am. So they start doing things to get famous, you know what I mean? And some of them make it, some of them don't. They start doing stuff. and getting acknowledged. You don't have to be to have the greatest talent to be on television. I mean, truthfully, if you look at Beyonce, she can't sing. She's an entertainer. You know, she's a dancer. The singing ain't worth nothing. But she's an entertainer. And she can sling that hair everywhere and Beyonce. Beyonce can't sing. There was the other girls that had the voice. You know, she just had the skin tone. And you know, because America is racial and America is this and that, and that's just, you can't change it. What can you do? You know, you either you fit in or you don't. Sorry. You know, either you got it or you don't. You know, they're doing a new movie, NWA, with Ice Cube about Eazy-E and the rest of them. They ran an ad in the newspaper that they only wanted light-skinned girls to audition. And if you were ugly and dark, you come in this day, then we'll choose you, you know, from the skanks and whatever else, because they are telling the truth. When they was coming up, they only like light-skinned girls. So they want light-skinned girls in the movie, so the media call it racial profiling against blacks against blacks. Ice Cube said, that's how we grew up. How's it racial profiling? And his wife is light-skinned. If you know her, you ever seen her, that's how they grew up. So it is what it is. Then they I mean, if you want a paycheck, go down there. If you fit the profile, you know, I bet you it'd be packed. They would put in there a light tone like Beyonce. You know what? You can't sue them. How? It's their movie, their money. Huh? What you gonna do? It's how they grew up. If I grew up gang banging, and all my friends were gang banging, how am I gonna make a movie with my friends Christians? It ain't gonna work. It's how they grew up. And so they just telling the truth. It is what it is. Somebody want a paycheck, they gonna get one or not. Stay home. I bet you they got people lined up for the role. Now, ugly or not, somebody gonna get that money. Now, for him, you're gonna get into a lot of different things that just gonna shock the world. So God's not showing me, so I can't tell you. God bless. Thank you. Who's next? Come on up, man. Who's next? All right. I hear God saying for you, path of direction. God says that I want you to take it easy in the path and direction that you want to go into. I want you to research the path and direction that you want to go into and make sure it is the path and direction that you want to go. God says that you spread it out in a lot of places and you need to get straight with one path. When you get straight with one path, then you'll be able to accomplish that right there. And then if you want to go on to the next one, then you've accomplished here, so then you can go do another one. But God says you're spread it out. Won't do this, won't do this, won't do this. God says find something that you want to do, that you're good at, and God says, so shall I bless you. Okay? Thank you. Anybody else? Is that it?
Keisha said she want to get up.
Keisha, why you sit down? Yes, no?
Me too. You get me. You can get me.
You don't have to. I don't want one.
Who don't want one?
I don't.
Yeah.
Want to turn this off or what?
No. Anybody want one? Who's next? Okay. All right. Are you coming up? Okay, great. Okay. How are you? Pretty good?
Come on, some more.
Okay. This is what God says for you. He says that the enemy is laughing at you because God says that the enemy knows the power in you, that you have power to defeat any situation that you're going through, God says. Now, God says that some of this stuff is him, and some of it is just the way it is. You know what I mean? But God says, don't give in, give up, or give out, for I'm always with you, thus says God. Now, you too will end up doing some more schooling. I don't know if you know that or not. I don't know if you've thought about that or not. But see, sometimes you can't do big and greater things until you get peace of mind and accept the situation and say, I'm going to do better. Because, you know, distractions hold you up.
Yeah.
You see, I used to be easily distracted, you know, and then when all that stops, let's say for instance, you're sitting down doing homework and somebody's like, and you just jump. Huh? Well, that means you had no peace. When I stopped jumping is when I got peace. Bam! So,
Okay.
yeah, that's the truth.
That's true.
But when your mind is everywhere, how many of y'all ever read a book you just read but didn't comprehend? You didn't get nothing out of it. You just read that
Go
word.
back and reread it. What the world?
Yeah, because you were not focused. You gotta get focused. Without being focused, the enemy gonna take everything from you. You'll find out once you get, see, peace. If I was on the line Wednesday night and I was talking about how your success is inside you, it's not in Atlanta or New York or Chicago. It's inside you. Once you pull it out, present it to the world, they give you a paycheck for it. And then if you're in a small town with the gift you pulled out, they paid you for, you bigger than this town, you take it to the LA, Chicago, New York, they give you more money. See, most people running looking for success somewhere else, and they got it. It's inside of it. Where they go, it's like Jesus. You ain't got to search for Jesus; He already there. You just got to say, activating the Jesus in me, and that's how it's going to go down. So God is saying for you, everything that you are, want to be, do, have, and continue to look for is already inside you. You are in a season of loss, man. Nothing will stop it up until November. Then things will turn around for you. But you know, if you have a microwave system mindset, which I'm sure you don't, you will hurt yourself mentally and not get ahead. Because you can hurt yourself mentally wanting something too bad, too quickly, and you mess up everything. I'm not talking about her, but I'm saying from my experience, what I've been through, you can act too fast. How many of y'all ever had something go wrong and then you didn't have the money to fix it, or you just waited to get it fixed and it fixed itself? It just fixed itself.
Sure. Check in like long on that. I ain't gonna
Yeah, I'm serious.
Well,
It fixed itself. You know, but if you'd have acted too fast, sometimes you don't have the resources to act. And you be like, Lord, I'm just gonna have to you. I don't know what to do. And then it fixes itself. You know what I mean? And so that's Him showing you, see? Because you got relaxed and said, whatever, I don't care. And it fixed itself. But you had all kind of ideas about, if I do this and do that, I'm do this and do that. And you're like, do that. And it fixed itself. You know, I've seen cars act up, act up, and engine light on, and about to cut off. You think something wrong with somebody, say, oh, your off say, man, you need a fuel pump or a fuel filter. Whatever. Next thing you know, a few days later, that thing gonna straighten out. But you could have taken it to somebody, paid somebody to look at it, and ain't nothing wrong with it. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. It's like, Lord, I just give it to you. You know what I mean? So God says, why don't you try giving it to me? So you have gifts and skills inside you that you are not using. God said that people are judging you harshly. They don't know you. You know what I mean? People judge people and don't know them. And I often ask myself, because, you know, I don't really have anybody really deal with me unless it's business or ministry. It's always contained to me giving or them giving. You know, something always exchanging. It's not just a friendship deal. I don't have that. It's always something exchanging. It ain't always got to be money either. It could be advice or information, you know, something exchanging. And you would think I might say to myself, oh Lord, I ain't got no friends to just spill my guts over into. I don't need them. Well, I'm just trying to tell you, I'm 41. I've come beyond that point of needing someone to comfort me on a personal level, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You become a different person, a different realm, and that's what you got to become, and become a different person on a different realm. And when that happens, then God says that miracles are going to begin to flow and work for you. See, what a lot of people don't know is if you have a shortage situation in your life, a shortage of anything, you can call it to you. It will come. Now, God showed me this when I first started casting out devils and saying, who are you? And that thing come up and talk and whatever, it does what I say. And God said, see, you told it what to do, it did. Now, if you want a certain thing to come in your life, tell it to come. Tell it to come. With no doubt. You see? With no doubt. Now, sometimes I tell the devil, do you want to obey me? No. Well, why do you? I have to. See? He has to. Whatever you want to come to you, whether it's clothes, shoes, cars, whatever, houses, tell it to come to you. Over and over and over and over. Even write it down if you want to. Read it every day. it will come to you sooner or later. It has no choice because you're believing in faith. But since I'm doing deliverance, he got to answer then. He got to do it then because he already up. But in something else, you might have to wait a little bit, or it's gonna come instantly. The more you call it and tell it to come to you, you better come to me. I own you. You better come to me. It will come. It has no choice because we are the power beings. Why do you think spirits want to live when they die? Ain't nothing like living. Huh? When they die, they not happy. They want to live again, eat, drink, smoke cigarettes, whatever. They want to do whatever they were doing before they died. It's a whole lot of things going on in the living realm that when people say, I just want to die, I don't want to live no more. I said, you don't want to die because as soon as you die, you're going to try to get in the body to live again. Huh? Unless you can't go to the light and sit to judgment. There is a such thing. Or you can go in the darkness where the enemy is, and like the Spirit said, the devil told him he could jump bodies. The devil told him, say, come here. You can jump body right through their sin. You can get in. Jesus wrote it. He wrote it. See, he gotta honor it. Come on, jump a body. You jump in one. Some of them spirits that jump bodies can't get out. Some of them can't get out. See, he don't tell them that. You're stuck in here until they die. And then next thing you know, hey, you ain't tell me I couldn't get out. Folk buried. They had a heart attack the day after I jumped in. Look, sitting there, he lived another 30 years. Look, sitting in the bed, he's stuck. He's stuck in the bodies and some of them can't get out. I met him. I said, what you doing in there? I'm stuck. I said, what you want me to do? Get me out. But only by commandment could it come out. By a man or woman of God. Y'all don't know your power. You're giving it up to worry. You're giving it up to stuff that don't make sense. See, the cross, everything you wanted is on the cross. It's the truth. You want a new car, it's on the cross. That ain't most pretty clothes, on the cross. But you know what? Folks don't believe that. Not only until you get to a really, really bad predicament and God pull you out, folks didn't do it. People didn't do it. Sometimes God don't want folks to help you. God gonna show you he gonna do it. He gonna get you out, but it don't mean you gotta have animosity against everybody. God gonna get you out. When God get you out and bless you, go help somebody else. Come see, now you're growing.
Amen.
That make you a great pastor. Do you think them great pastors on television got to where they are without going through some hell? Those guys and women, especially that Joyce Myers, I like her. She got a million stories. You know why? Because she's an older woman. She went through hell. If you listen to her, you see what I'm talking about? She went through hell. And a lot of the preachers, they look all pretty up there. Oh man, the background was hell. But now they got stories to tell. They know what you're feeling. They know what you're going through. They went through it. So how you ever gonna grow if you don't understand hurt and pain is in it? I'm gonna give you what you want. I'm gonna give it to you. I've not forgotten you. Ask for what you want. I'm gonna give you what you want. People are judging you, don't know you. You're a kind lady. But I know your background too. I know exactly what happened. You're a kind lady. But you know what? I see riches coming for you. You ain't always gonna be. And we always ain't. None of us is always left in a predicament that we don't want to be in for as long as we want to do better. It is impossible for a man that want to be a doctor not to be one that strives for it. It is impossible for a man that want to be the greatest preacher in the world that strives for it, he will get it. Or a woman, whatever. Even if you want to be the greatest mom, house mom, that's a profession too. It take a lot. It take a lot raising kids. It take a lot. You gotta put time in with them. Make sure they're doing their homework. Make sure they dress properly. They're taking a bath. Your teeth clean. Folks out in the world looking at it. It's a job. But people don't see housewives as a job, but it is. I know a lady told me, she's educated. She said, I always in my whole life wanted to be just a house mom. But I could never find a man that would be a real man. Huh? So some of y'all ain't y'all. It's the man. He a punk. Huh? I'm sorry. He a punk. He make a baby and take off. They ain't mine. I ain't got no money. I ain't got all my money for me. No, you start making a baby, your money gone. It's for the baby. You grown. But you know how many men abandon their wives and children, and how many men abandon their girl that got pregnant, got a good girl pregnant, nice woman, and run off because he don't want no responsibility. Huh? The enemy will do these things to you, and then sometimes it make the woman so bitter. If it happened to her 2 and 3 times, she bitter now. She think that ain't a good man out there no more. I ain't no good man out there. What you want to talk to me for? I've already been pregnant 3 times with 3 different men, and you what you want? You gotta pay for it. Pay for your leg. You know, see? Then that turns you, and you saying, they ran off, and they didn't do nothing for me. Then you gotta raise them kids by yourself, and it's hard. Especially if you're a lady, you got a boy, he outrageous. It's hard. You know what I mean? And then, you know, it is tough. But this is the part of the enemy for you to give up. I know you ain't give up, buddy. No, you ain't gonna give up. Now, what's gonna happen is God says that you need to watch your blood pressure. I don't know if it's giving you issues or not. I have no idea. Could be normal, but you gotta watch your stress level. God says, watch your stress level. Also, God says, watch your diet, and we all need to. We know that. Drink more water. The Lord says, I've not forgotten you. And remember, some of those people that may be in your life that's not doing what they should do, maybe it's a test for them, not you. In 90 days, all this you're going through is going to be at an end. Doors are going to start opening. Things are going to start happening. Now, God says for you, I don't want you to leave the state. Not that you thought about it. Don't mean you did. I don't know. Did you? That's not your answer. You're in the right place. You just need more of what you need more of. And God says, I should take care of it for you. You know, sometimes Jesus will play the waiting game on you like that. He'll look at you like this. And he'll see your prayers. He said, well, I'm going to answer him and see how much you're going to take. And sometimes, how many of y'all ever gave up and he came through? Because he know you had took all you could. You just lay down. and how many of y'all see no people out there, hold on, I'm not done. And see no people out there that don't care about nothing, got it all. They that lose one car, get another next day. Huh? Getting all pretty clothes, doing cheer. I mean, just every folks giving them money, but they sinners though. They sinners, they dope smokers. Yeah, I'm telling you, the world loves its own. So he want to keep you happy in the world, smoking dope, drinking beer, clowning, stealing, you know, lying on people. This like they got all the luck in the world. But wait till Jesus start calling them out. Come out. Come preach my word. They can't comprehend it. I got to stop smoking dope. I got to stop drinking. I don't know if I can get that up. I'm telling you, I can't get that up. That's what they saying. I can't get no more tattoos. My old friend is gone. I can't sell dope on the side no more. Huh? I know some ghetto girls. They sell a little weed on the side, boy. Pay their car. Know what they do. Huh? I know what I'm talking about. I don't see it. Pay a little weed for, you know, my homeboy. My homeboy let me borrow it. He shot this to me. He let me make a little change on this. I don't see it. I used to manage apartments. I know they were doing that. I ain't say nothing. Cause I know if I broke up the dope game, I had to fight. I told her, do it peacefully. Don't have crackheads everywhere. Because I know if I stop you, then I got to kick you out. I've been doing it peaceful. I said, well, you know, you reap what you sow. And true enough, 3 weeks later, they arrested her. See, I could have got into it with her, but I gave it to God. 3 weeks later, she's in jail. Huh? And then you're evicted. I got evicted. You got caught with dope. See, sometimes, quiet. Let Jesus take care of it. You can't always go head to head with the devil all the time, because you know he want to fight, and he don't fight fair. Now, are you ready for me? You need peace of mind, God says. You need peace of mind. Did you not say God showed you his power? So he showed you his power, so then why do you worry? If he showed you his power, that won't be the last time. That's just first time with many. See, the enemy hates when you wake up. If you can get over your small things you're going through in life, you good. You are good. When things don't matter to you no more, whatever, I don't care, God take care of it. He can't beat you no more. You see what I'm saying? He'll go on. Then he can't get you through your kids no more, whatever. You see? Huh? He can't get through your spouse no more, whatever. He do what he want to do, whatever. I'm going to church. See? You see? He can't get you no more. And then years ago, you would cry. You know, my kid acting up. I'm crying for her.
Right for him.
Huh? You see what I'm talking about? I know some women say, I'm married to that fool. He's sleeping in that other room. I sleep over here. He pay bills. He better not try to touch me because I ain't touching him. He out there with all the women, but he paying the bills. I've seen married people married in two different houses. They get along great. That's how they get along. They move in together. Woo, it's hell. I'm just saying, it's better than being a sinner. At least you come up on weekends. I'm just telling you, it's legal. You're getting along. What's wrong with it?
No.
You're married, live in two different houses. And they come together on the weekend, have fun, go home. Hey, you dropped your shoe. But as far as God, ma'am, you dropped your shoe. Was that gump? Sure was. All right, I need you to hold your hands up. Are you ready? Are you ready? I need you to release your burdens. It's kind of like releasing your bills to God. Release your bills unto the Lord. Release your burdens, God says. Release your burdens. Are you ready? Pick her up, please, sir. Cam, give him a hand, please, sir. Thank you, sir. Now, I've called you to be a strong woman of God. You have no right to give up my faith for worry. For I am the Lord thy God, and I take care of my people. Do not give up faith for worry. Don't any of you give up your faith for worry. Do you understand? Giving up faith for worry make you a crook. The eyesight of God mean you don't love him. He's already died for the things that we go through. You on earth, adapt to it. You got to be like a Navy SEAL. You know, they can adapt to any environment. That's why you train. Life is training. Yes, it is. But when you become that top SEAL and graduate, nothing can stop you. I've been through that. You see, you're pushing down, whatever, move. Huh? Then you can go on and teach others. I know what you're going through. Y'all don't know, I've been homeless 3 times. Huh? 3 times. Cried all 3. But I woke up. Now, God says, give me your burdens. Hold your hands up. Release your bills to me. If you have an invoice, God says, release your bills to me. I know what you're going through. But I'm God. See, the more you release them in faith, you won't pass out. You understand? The more you release it, you stand. You're not weak. You see? That's all it is to it. God bless. Thank you. You can sit down. You don't need to sit down. Now, this is what God says for you. I have things assigned to you, people assigned to you, which you're going to meet in due time. Keep studying, keep learning, because I'm going to make you a star in the ministry. Everybody's going to require your services. They're just going to have you in their church. Thus says God. You're going to start singing and all these things. You're going to get interested in wanting to play instruments and all kinds of stuff. You're just going to be on the grind of God is giving things to you. And God says that I shall cause people to give into your bosom. They will sow seeds to you. They will bless you beyond your means. God says that they're going to call you Superwoman sooner or later because you're going to have a wonderful word. Everywhere you go, you got a word. Women and children shall come to be saved. Boys and girls shall come to be saved under your ministry. Thus says God. And God says that you shall prophesy great things that shall happen quickly. Thus says God, you won't ever miss. God says that I'm going to give you an out-of-body experience. I'm going to take you somewhere. When I put you back in, you're going to be a mighty woman. Watch what happens. And God told me to tell you, don't worry about your children, for I have that. I got that for you. Trust me. Just preach my word and watch how your life will change. I see you being able to pick and choose a new home. You're going to be like, I don't like that. I don't like that house. You're going to be financially able to pick and choose. That says God. God bless. Thank you. Anybody else? Oh, I didn't get you. Okay. All right. No, you better get out here. What you better do? I mean, you are. What happened to the boys? They left. They went to church somewhere.
No, they went to sleep.
They went to sleep.
Jeremiah said, "Kid said you had made him sleep."
Jeremiah said I made him sleeping.
That kid said you made him sleep.
Is that kid made him sleeping? Now watch what happens in school. Now what I did for Zach was I put Zach to sleep. When I said sleep, and he fell out sleep. And I installed in him where he was not doing well in certain areas in school. I installed in him through the Spirit of God that he would be an A student. Now watch what happens. When I asked the Spirit in him, we all have Spirit in us. I said, will you obey what I want? Yes. You're not going to distract him. No. His grades will come up because I put him to sleep and I put it inside of him. Watch what happens. Watch what happens. It's kind of crazy. It's just unseen, ain't it? Yeah. See, the more you go with God, you don't never know what's going to happen. Some of my folks may call it something crazy, but he ain't heard from it. Watch what happened. When I put him to sleep, the Spirit had nothing to do but to answer me. And watch how his grades go up. I gave him a commandment. When you give it a commandment, it must do it. I put him to sleep. Oh, it'll work. Now, also, with the certain spirits being pulled out, I can put them to sleep. And also, when they're awake, they won't act out no more. They won't clown no more. Because once a commandment is in, let's say, for instance, I put you to sleep, and I say don't wake up for 4 hours. You won't wake up for 4 hours. So the spirit in you is obeying. So when I tell the spirit to go and be a learned person, it will learn. Y'all didn't even know God had these skills, did you? Huh? He said, greater work you shall do than I. Greater work. Now, God says for you, I have a lot of work for you to do, but I have a lot of spiritual work to do with you first. You're going through some things that seems normal, then it's abnormal, then you just don't know what to do. Lord, should I give in, give up, give out? Oh, what am I going to do? But at the same time, God said to you, you're just holding on. You're just holding on, and you're being dragged like this. You know, you're being dragged. You just, whoa, over there now. Whoa, you know, but you still hanging out. You hanging on, so I ain't going to let go, because I know you ain't going to let go. You going like that, and then God says one day, he's going to say, cease. And you're going to walk a straight line. Everything going to be straight and narrow in your life. You're going to look back and say, ooh, I went through that. Ooh, I went through that. But you made it. You see what I'm saying? Ooh, I made it. Man, I'm telling you, if you're sick in your body, the Lord will heal you if you wait.
Oh, yeah.
He will heal you. You hear me? I know he will.
Yes, he will.
That man will heal you. You wait long enough. You keep telling him, you wrote this, I believe it. And he gonna say, oh, I love a person that believes. And he gonna find a way, he gonna heal you. Whether it's through medicine or natural, or he just wake up and you healed. Now, God says that you're gonna preach words of wisdom. You're gonna preach wisdom, God says. You're gonna prophesy as well in due time. Words of wisdom, God says that I don't want you to put too much emphasis on problems. I want you to put more emphasis on me and my word. Because in the word, God says there are answers to your problems. So if you're not reading the word properly, you don't get the answers to the problem. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes we got to read it, know what we're going through, so we'll know, okay, he said that. So you wrote it. God don't lie. Only people do that.
Yeah.
People lie to you. And sometimes, have y'all talked to somebody and told you something, you be like, I don't know if I believe that. You know what I mean? I got to see that. I don't believe that. And then they never come through. And you were right not to believe them.
Yeah.
Hold your hands up. God says, I'm ready for you. Let's see where your faith is. Let's see where your faith is, preacher. Preacher of the gospel. God says, tell your father, I hear his cry. We'll give him his life.
Amen.
Remember, he made a vow. Now that's where your faith is. You didn't fall out. That's where your faith is. Remember, if they don't fall, their faith is in good order. You're not hurting. You see how strong you are? You're shaking like a rock.
Like that.
Huh? If you passed out, it means you had a burden. So you have no burden. So if you stand like this, when things go to throwing you here, throwing you there, it won't happen as often. You walk straight line. God bless. Thank you. Who's next?
Brown.
Anybody? You next?
They
Okay.
them two women.
Okay. I'm not going to give him a prophecy. No. For him, God says, sit down. I'm going to give you a prophecy. God says for you that get ready for some legal action. Thus says God, I'm going to work things out for you. Thus says the Lord, I'm going to work things out for you. I see some people that are going to be trying to take some things from you, but it's not going to work. God says that don't talk too much and this event is going to happen. Just retaliate with the proper situation and armor that you need for the situation. Thus says God. I also hear God saying that if you believe, I will heal your body ailments. All you got to do is believe. You're going to start having some headaches and some blurry vision, but God says I will take care of that for you. Okay? I hear God saying don't get in confrontation with people. Don't have any arguments because it's not going to do any good. It's going to make it worse. God says, let me take care of it. And I'm going to fight your battles for you. Thus said the Lord. Thank you. Who's next? Oh, great. Okay. So God says for you, a new leaf is going to turn over for you this year. Before the end of the year is out, a new leaf is coming. Meaning you're going to find new income. You're going to find a new way of happiness. You're going to find that things that you've been praying for are going to come to pass. You're going to find that God says your children are going to be in a better position. Thus says God. God says you're going to find out that you yourself are going to start feeling like a 16-year-old. You're going to feel great.
All right now.
Thus says God. Not like feeling good, you know.
Amen. Amen.
You're going to feel great. And I hear God saying that people will say yes to when you ask them to do things. People are going to give you yeses. More yeses in this season than no's. Thus says God. More yeses than no's. But I also see someone that's going to tell you a lie. And it's going to come back to bite this person. And when you find out that they told you this strong, bold lie, you're going to say, well, you didn't have to do that. I would have understood. But God says that it'll be fine, but they're going to tell you a lie to your face. But it's going to come back to bite them. And it'll be okay. Thus says God. I also see that you're going to start doing a lot of cooking. I don't know if it's for someone or...
I thought I was delivered.
Well, I think it's for profit, some type of profit maybe. Something kind of different, not for you to eat. It's, it's something else. There's going to be a profit involved in it. Thus that's God. I'm going to take you to a new realm and a new height. I also see that you're going to start counseling people. They're going to still give you money for your counseling time. You're going to be able to give them good advice. And they're going to pay you for your time. Thus said the Lord. God says also the doubters that has been in your life, the doubters. I'm going to take the doubters and I'm going to make them your footstool. Thus said the Lord. The doubters should eat their words. Thus says God. You had some backbiters in your past. And God says, I'm going to take care of these backbiters for you. For you are my child. I know that you love me. I was going to do well. God says that tell your daughter the child is fine. God says don't pray for the man that did the hit and run, for he's mentally not there.
Mm.
Okay, he did not know what he was doing. It was an accident. I also hear God saying that you're going to have an unexpected visit by someone that you haven't seen in a long time. And God says that don't let no visitors stay a night in your home that you haven't seen in at least the last year. Don't let them stay. They're going to come to you with a sob story. Don't let them stay, thus said the Lord. Okay? You're going to start having some headaches, God says. Don't know if you're having them now or not. God says they shall subsidize. The headaches will leave. I want you to start thinking about what you want to be in the near future. It's kind of like I would ask a 16-year-old child, what you want to be when you grow up? And God says, think about what you want to be in the next year or two. What do you want to be? But God says that I shall give it unto you. I shall grant you that wish. Now also I see for you that God is saying, one of your boys is going to be going back to school to get something done. I don't know which one it is, but your boys are going back to school. Thus said the Lord. And one of the boys also going to own a major business, a major company, almost in construction or painting or I don't know what it is, something with tractors and trucks. And I see major dollars coming in. Employees and federal contracts. Things are going to fall into his hands. He's going to be wealthy. It's not going to mean nothing to him. He's going to be able to employ people that's going to make him happy to help people. Now also one of your boys is going to preach the gospel, as I told you. I made you that prophecy. He's going to change things. Thus said the Lord. They're going to doubt him, but he'll be real. That's what God says. Now hold your hands up. Remember, hold on to your faith. God says, I've not forgotten you. They said you were never going to walk again. They said you were never going to be able to do the things that you wanted to do again. They said you were not going to make it. God said they turned their backs on you. The Lord said I was there for you every step of the way, wasn't I? I even sent aid for someone to help you. Also, I see some type of insurance I'm going to be giving you. It's going to be